Hey guys, what's up? My name is Eric and I'm the Techy Agent, and today we're doing a full fitness review of the new Apple Watch Series 2. This is the Apple Watch Series 2, and at first blush, this doesn't look like it's a whole lot different than the first generation Apple Watch, but it's about what's under the hood. In addition to having a beefier processor, which is going to help things run smoother and faster on the watch, there are some notable improvements in the fitness department of the watch. So you're not getting just a smartwatch, you're also getting a fully featured health and fitness tracker. So before I show you the results of my testing, let's go over some of the features that this boasts. Now with the Apple Watch Series 2, you are getting an all-day fitness tracker that tracks all-day calories, all-day steps, all-day distance, and your all-day resting heart rate. The built-in optical sensor will also track your active heart rate during exercise, and one of the most notable features is that this now has built-in GPS to track distance and location for various apps, and including the fitness applications when you're jogging or cycling. This is also now officially waterproof, and this is compatible with Bluetooth accessories like heart rate chest straps and bands. Now, as far as durability and build quality is concerned, this is going to have essentially the same quality as the previous generation Apple Watch, which had a tough, scratch-resistant screen and frankly top-notch waterproofing. The first generation Apple Watch that I had no issues with it using it in water, and I used it in water fairly frequently. Over at the DC Rainmaker channel, he pressure tested the watch to simulate scuba diving, and the watch held up, and that was the first generation Apple Watch. So now that we're on to the second generation Series 2 Apple Watch, the waterproofing is official, and this is definitely going to be able to withstand water situations. So the two features that I really wanted to test out more than anything else is the built-in optical heart rate sensor to find out how accurate it is, and then also testing out the new GPS chip that's included in the Apple Watch now. Now, of course, the Apple Watch comes with the Apple Activity application built in, and it's essentially unchanged from the first generation Apple Watch. You start the application, you scroll through a variety of different workout profiles, and you can select one. You are then taken to a menu where you can choose what kind of goal you want, whether that's distance or calories, or you can even set it for an open goal where it's an open-ended workout with no necessary goal in mind. So once you've made your choice and selected your goal, you can go ahead and hit the start button on the screen, and then you'll get a 3-second countdown to begin your workout. During your workout, the screen will display any relevant metrics such as your active calories, your total calories, and how many beats your heart is beating per minute. You'll also be able to swipe to the left and either lock out the screen, end your workout, or pause your workout. Now, all of the data that the Apple Watch Series 2 collected agreed with my Garmin Vivo Active HR, including total calories burned, distance, and the time of the workout, my average heart rate and heart rate information, average speed, and what's really cool is you even have a route button at the bottom of your app, and when you click on that, you'll now be able to see a Google Map or an Apple Map overlay of where you were at. So in my opinion, the Apple Watch Series 2 has definitely come a long way now that it has built-in GPS and obviously a fairly accurate optical heart rate sensor for steady-state cardio exercise. Now, one of the things to consider is that if you are going for a very long run, a very long hike, bike ride, whatever it may be, your GPS will drain your battery from 100% to 0 in only 5 hours. If you are a serious runner, a serious cycler, you'll also notice that there are some noticeably missing metrics that the Apple Watch doesn't collect. It doesn't have cadence, you don't get your max heart rate, and you don't get any cool graphs like heart rate graphs, for example. Those more advanced metrics are things that usually dedicated triathlon or running or cycling GPS watches include. So if you are in that category, this is probably not going to be a good fit for you. Now, with that being said, Apple is opening up access to their built-in optical heart rate sensor to third-party applications. Now, as of right now, most developers have not taken advantage of them being able to have access to the built-in GPS and built-in heart rate monitor. But once they do, I think that people will prefer using third-party applications over Apple's somewhat cluttered applications for health and activities. Now, I didn't want to disappoint. I did take this into the gym to do some weightlifting, strength training, high-intensity interval interval training to find out how the Apple Watch withstood. In particular, I wanted to test out the built-in optical heart rate sensor to see if it's any better than the previous generation sensor, which admittedly struggled in a gym context. And what I found is that for strength training exercise, for example, the built-in optical heart rate sensor does absolutely have a delay in reading your heart rate. So with my Vivo Active paired with a Scosche Rhythm Plus armband on the right, compared to the Apple Watch on my left, the Apple Watch definitely lagged behind by about 30 seconds in getting accurate heart rate readings for things like curls, bench press, and those kinds of exercises. But since the Apple Watch is compatible with external heart rate sensors, I paired the Scosche Rhythm Plus via Bluetooth with the Apple Watch, and then I also sent out a signal, an ANT signal from the same band to the Vivo Active to see how they compared since they were receiving essentially the same signal. And what I found is that whatever algorithm Apple is using is apparently the same algorithm Garmin is using, because they had the exact same calorie count. And actually the Apple Watch was able to acquire my heart rate about a half a second, maybe a full second before the Vivo Active displayed it on its screen. So what you're seeing on screen is the Apple Watch, which is paired via Bluetooth to the external heart rate sensor, and the Vivo Active paired with that same exact heart rate sensor. And so both of them are getting the exact same data. And you'll see here that when you pair the Apple Watch with an external heart rate sensor, it just really, really increases its accuracy. And so if you're someone who is going to take this into a gym or a strength training setting, you definitely should consider purchasing an external heart rate sensor to pair with the Apple Watch in order to make sure that you're getting your active and total calories and your heart rate data correct. Now, strength training is one thing, but I also wanted to see how the Apple Watch would do in a CrossFit or boot camp style exercise setting. And it did, like I expected. The built-in optical sensor didn't do real well, but once again, when I paired the Apple Watch with the Scosche Rhythm Plus armband, it came alive. It definitely was able to track all of that exercise very accurately. So if you're in a high-intensity interval training, a CrossFit, a boot camp, a strength training context, you'll definitely want to make sure that you pair the Apple Watch with an external heart rate sensor. I can't emphasize that enough. So in my mind, in regards to fitness, the new Apple Watch Series 2 provides 3 tangible benefits. The first one, built-in GPS. Second one, officially being waterproof. And then the third one, better compatibility with third-party applications. And we won't really see the benefits of this third category, its compatibility with developers, until developers actually get on board and begin accessing the hardware of the new Apple Watch. So that's really it. In my mind, the Apple Watch is a formidable fitness tracker, probably not the best on the market, but there is potential for this as developers get on board for it to really blossom into a very compelling fitness tracker. So if you have an iPhone and you're looking to consolidate your wearables into one wearable, something that's both a smartwatch and a compelling fitness tracker, I think the Apple Watch Series 2 is a great choice. Now, if you're interested in purchasing the Apple Watch Series 2, I'm going to put a link in the description below, which will take you to Amazon's website, where you can take a look at the Apple Watch, the varying sizes, different colors, and band options, and pick out the one that's right for you. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit like and subscribe. Hey guys, my name is Eric, and I'm the Techy Agent. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time.